Hello, this is Terry. Who do we have on the line?
Hi, Terry. This is Therese.
Hey, Therese, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad you gave me a call. What are we going to be discussing?
Yes, the real estate investing, and I've watched some of your videos, many of your videos.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so I see that you're helping people, and I love people that help people.
I love it.
And yes, and I'm in the process of learning and researching, and so I'd like to know more.
Great. Thanks for calling me. You know, the thing of it is, someone helped me. And I've always been a teacher. I've been a martial arts teacher forever. And there's nothing like seeing the transformation of a person when they grow into who they really can become, the confidence, the self-esteem. And that was me when I was coming through the martial arts school. I was a skinny kid, you know, and I always thought, man, I need something to protect myself. And so my martial arts instructor gave me that. And till today, it's still evident, and I'm still working on things because I have so much more confidence now. So thank you. Why don't you go ahead and start? Welcome. Take me where you want to go. You're the driver.
Well, yeah, I do want to go deep because I feel, to me, the passion behind the why of why someone decides to do something.
Yep.
So I'd love to hear why you like to help other people.
Wow. Why I like to help other people.
What brought you to that? Yeah, what brought you to what you're doing now with helping people?
Well, you know, we all are looking, and I say we all are looking for what makes us happy. We're all looking for our place in life, our plight. And I've just come to find out that I get real excited, especially when someone is using my material and they blow up, or they 10x, or they put the program on a higher plane, a higher level, which makes my competitors look at me in a different light, and it makes me more legitimate. So, for example, I had one student made $1.2 million on one deal in about an hour from what I taught him. He bought a commercial. He bought a commercial note from a bank, and the bank was asking $300,000 for it. He offered $120,000. They accepted. He said, as soon as he signed the line, he made $1.2 million. I went, wow! So that made me a millionaire mentor. And when I tell people, hey, look, I can teach you, Therese, I can teach you how to make money, build wealth, get rich, and be a millionaire. A lot of people say, well, that's fluff. That's hocus pocus. That's, you know, it ain't true. But when I tell them, hey, look, I got a student that made $1 million on one deal, that makes me legitimate. So it cuts down on the hate. It cuts down on the legitimacy. So I love that. And plus, I learned something from him. He actually taught me. Another student made like $400,000 on one deal. Now, I have a guy, Ryan, who you know pretty well now. Ryan, he just made $28,000 in 45 days, 3 deals. But Ryan is now seeing that, hey, look, I can be successful. Ryan was homeless, living in a bad area in his car with his son. Those are dark days, but I'm teaching him how he can financially be successful in life, so he never goes back to that plight again. And I'm pumped over stuff like that. I mean, boy, I probably should check my blood pressure because I'm excited. You know, that drives me. So I mentioned earlier that I got a photo shoot tomorrow. I'm 60. And I'm doing a photo shot. I got 2 tuxedos I'm going to wear, and it's for some new marketing that I'm having coming out. I feel like I'm getting a new burst of energy and rebranding myself, and I finally have seen who I really am on the big picture. Now, inside I knew who I was, but now on the outside it's really manifesting itself. So that's a long answer. I'm sorry, I don't even know if I answered.
I like long answers, and it told me a lot about you. So I like what you said about how you felt on the inside, and then now you're starting to see the match to that reflected back to you from the outside. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I've got some great marketing people now that really know how to make beautiful websites, and oh my gosh, I'm like, wow. And even the photographer tomorrow was kind of like to the extreme. I called him and he told me what his price was. $1,500 for photography. And I get 3 pictures. But here's what he told me. He says, Terry, my work is so good that when you see the picture, anybody with a legitimate magazine would use that on their cover. I went, oh my gosh.
Okay.
I said, sold. I said, so you're telling me you're going to make that look of a magazine cover? He said, that's the money shot. He says, you want that money shot because whatever you're creating, and I was talking to him about what I'm trying to do. He says, man, you don't want to go anything less. You don't want to put a picture up there that's bad. Yes,
marketing is definitely the top priority and most important thing when you are trying to come up, for sure.
Yeah. So I figure, hey, right now I'm going all out. I'm doing 100% on this effort because I got a team that's really put some stuff together. That's why I'm super excited. So I don't know if I answered your question, Therese, but again, you reached out to me.
You did, yeah.
I sent you through some videos because, again, I wanted you to see who I am, what I can bring to the table, and I let you see Ryan. I let you see my website. I'm taking all of that, YouTube, I'm putting it on Roku channel now, and Apple TV, and Amazon, and Chromecast, because everybody's cutting the cord to the cable company.
Right. And I did that a long time ago.
Yeah. What device are you using by chance to stream?
Well, I do have Roku, and I also have the Amazon Fire Stick.
Oh, great. Now, I'm not on the Amazon Fire yet. I'll be working on that. But did you ever look for me on Roku by chance?
Not yet,
That's okay, because we didn't even talk about it. But while I got you on the line and we're recording, it's Real Estate Investor TV, like television. Real Estate Investor TV, because what I want you to do is, let's say you're at home just surfing. You like real estate? You say, well, let me see what's in the real estate category. And guess who I want to pop up? Good old me. Good old me.
There you go.
So you go, man, this guy Terry is everywhere. This dude must be mega big. Now, I don't want to be too big to where I'm not personal. But again, I do want you to say, hey, look, this guy's legitimate. I like him. I feel like I know him. I feel like I can trust him. He's a guy that I might want to do business with. That's what I'm trying to portray.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be global. I'm trying to reach out to the world now with the Roku.
Great.
All right. So
great.
Go deeper with me. I know I probably went off track, but I'm going to try to, answer all your questions. And thank you for letting me interview you. But let's keep going.
Okay.
And if you want to talk about my coaching program, we can talk about that. But I'll give you a chance to ask me questions.
Yeah, I do want to ask you that. I'll just let you know a little about my background of where I'm at.
Okay.
I did work in mortgage real estate back in between 2002 2005 ish or so, and so when I first got into the business, I knew nothing. I had never even worked in an office. I came from a real waitressing and bartending background. That was what I was doing before, and got into it and was trained from receptionist to loan processor to loan officer, and became like the right hand woman for the real estate broker.
Right.
And did things for her. So I learned a lot about the business, and also got my notary public, and was doing loan traveling and doing loan signings at borrowers' homes. And also, after I left that, I went into a title company as temp, and worked on that end of it too. So I learned some stuff over there.
Right.
And now, and then I went into the healing work, which I still do, and I still will do. I have a passion for that. So I'm very intuitive, and I was kind of, putting the question out there. Okay, I'm ready to build up my finances, and what's the best way for me to do that? And I kept hearing real estate investing, which is something that came to me many years ago when I wasn't ready for it.
Right.
And now I am, and I've taken some JC courses to get myself back into the real estate mode of, finished the principles class practices, did real estate law and real estate finance. And then I also and I'm going to do the rest on my own because I'm like, I don't want to spend that much time in school. So I have an appraiser book and an escrow book. And I've been to some real estate events. I'm going to one tonight. And so I'm jumping back into that and got my notary public again. I'm going to be doing the loan signing. So that's where I'm at. So I'm in the learning process and just kind of delving in, looking at things over here, looking at things over there. But I haven't decided where I'm going yet. So
well, you got time. I mean, you're just trying to figure out what's best and what's right for you. And sometimes it takes a little time. Now, the healing, give me a little bit about that, because when I was in martial arts, we touched on healing. And what are you doing with the healing part?
Yeah, so I do a combination of massage and energy work.
Oh,
and
wow. Yes.
Yeah, yes. And I took some courses as well to be able to start helping people over the phone or video chat and things like that as well. So I just have to do the internship on that to get certified and to be able to do that professionally. Right now I can do it for free. So my goal is to get myself into work that is rewarding to me and to help other people, and to also be able to do it from anywhere. So that's where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's interesting. Yeah. I just, yesterday, I just had my Thai massage. And
nice.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
You know, hour and a half really of them working on me and getting me stretched out and, getting the circulation. I love it. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So
those are some amazing healers at the Thai work. I've had that done myself. I don't do it, but I've had it. I've received that, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I told her, I said, look, I haven't stretched like I should. And the more you stretch me, then that gets me closer to getting back to, that stretching that I like and the athleticism, because I feel really tight. I used to lift a lot of weights, feel a lot of tight. But anyway, we're off the subject. So let's go back to real estate. Thank you for sharing your life, because I'm curious about you also. So why did you pick me? And what have you found out about me as far as being a real estate teacher, instructor, educator?
Yeah, so I found you on Meetup, the meetup.com, and I felt like this guy is serious. Right away, I felt that energy from you. And I'm like, I'm going to wait on him. I'm not going to contact him right now because I don't think I'm ready for that. And so, like I said, then I got just busy. I was so busy with the school, I really didn't have, between school and work, I didn't have time to do anything else. So now that I'm free from the school, I have more time. So that's how I found out about you. And then watching your videos, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's definitely helping people. So I wanted to find out some more. Yeah,
if you want to actually get on the phone now, have a real conversation, because you've got some depth about what I do and who I am. I know I do different things than other people on Meetup. Other people, they like to have meetings, and the thing of it is, when you go to a big meeting, no one pays you any attention. It's like, okay, hey, what do I need to do? You're like lost. Most people are lost, especially beginners. And I don't want that feeling. So what I do is I limit my classes to 5 people, but I don't even meet with those 5. I do everything over the phone like me and you're doing right now, one-on-one.
Okay.
Hey, here's what I do. Go check me out first. And then if you're interested, call me. So there's been some interest on your part. Some people don't call, and I'm okay with that because they're not interested. So that saves everybody some time. But in the long process, what do you see me and you doing? If I'm your coach and trainer and mentor, what do you see yourself doing with me as your coach?
Yeah, if you end up being my coach, then I would see you helping me, and it would be a win-win situation for the both of us. And
so why do you need a coach? Why do you need a coach? I know you're deep, so I'm gonna go deep too.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. Honestly, at this point, I'm not 100% sure I need one, but from what I've read and what I've seen watching millionaires, actually, is that you do need a coach. And I'm kind of in the my way of thinking throughout my life has been I can do everything myself.
And that's good.
Yeah, I'm very independent that way.
Good.
I work on my own car even. There's so I'm used to doing everything for myself. But from what the millionaires who are very successful say, you need coaching for everything that you do. And I feel like it would also ease my worries, my mind a bit about, I feel like I'm taking my time with this because, I want to learn as much as I can. I don't want to make a mistake. And I know that's a bit unrealistic because you learn by making mistakes. But, I'm financially working my way from the bottom again.
Yep.
And I don't want to go, I don't want to go backwards.
Well, the thing of it is time. When you're young, you got time to make mistakes. And I'm not saying you're not young. You do sound young. Do you mind telling me your age?
I am 51 for another month and a half.
All right. So basically what that means, because I understand, because I'm 60 again, I don't mind. I love it being 60 right now. But here's the issue. When we were young, teens and early 20s, 30s, we had time on our side to recover. But now we don't want losses.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get it back and time's not on our side. I'll give you an example.
Yes.
I had a student ask me the other day, he said, hey, what is your investing philosophy? I said, I've invested so well and I've done so good for myself. My philosophy is I don't want to lose. So that means I'm not chasing real estate like I used to. And if I don't do another deal for the rest of my life, I'm going to be fine financially. I don't want to go out here and keep chasing deals and I lose what I've worked so hard to get.
Okay, gotcha.
See? So at my age, I'm trying to smell roses now.
Yes.
And that's part of why I love teaching, is because it gives me meaning. The deals used to drive me. Now the coaching intrigues me and keeps me happy and balanced. So it's not all about chasing deals and chasing money. Now, I'll give you one more side of the coin, which is the tail side. I lost $25,000 on one deal in real estate. Now, I knew what to do, but I didn't do it because I was working with my mentor at the time and I trusted him. And it's not his fault. I should have said something. But here's the problem. I've done so well that loss of $25,000, it still stings a little. But I made so much money that I was okay. And to lose that type of money because you didn't know. And the one thing about real estate, you can study it for years and years and years and years and years. There's so much information about real estate everywhere that you will get information overload. So you're kind of like apprehensive. Well, you know what? I think I know real estate, but once I go out there and if I make a mistake, I could lose financially.
Right.
That's what holds a lot of people back, and that's good. But you can learn by making mistakes. But at 50, that's too much risk. I don't want the risk. I want the reward. So, hey, Terry, why don't you hold my hand through the process, look over my shoulder, be there when I need you to make sure I don't make that mistake because I can't take the hit.
Yes.
Did I just describe it?
Yes.
I get you, Therese. That's why I tell everybody I love the fact I got gray hairs. I love the fact I got 38 years in. Well, they say, hey, Terry, guess what? You know, when you started this like way, way, way back when, is it still relevant? I go, do you still breathe? Everything you do in life is relevant. So it's not the new person that's came in and they got the new exciting thing, the shiny object. They haven't gone through, I've been through 2 recessions. See,
Yeah.
so I like that person that's got, you know, some age on them, some wisdom. That's my type of person.
Yeah. So you know how to make money in different types of markets. Is what
I
you're
got
saying.
13. I don't know if you looked at it. I got 11 different ways I teach you how to make money with one house. You pick what you want.
Okay.
But I'm going to be the guy that says, okay, hey, Therese, I know you want to flip this because you want to make $5,000 because you need that for, you know, some groceries and some bills. But Therese, if you just look at this other aspect, you could make $35,000. But Terry, I haven't done that before. Therese, we're going to go through a lot of things you haven't done before. But guess what? If you get it right, and I'm here to support you and everything, I think the results are going to turn out good. You're going to be like, okay, when you get $35,000 check, you'll be like, Terry, thanks for being there for the support and helping me along the way. So there's many ways, and that's what my job is, and that's what I do really well.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to talk about the prices.
Yeah, let's do that.
You already probably know the prices because you've already done your research. But
I don't actually.
What? You didn't check it out? I love to put the money amount on there because, again, when a person hears the money amount, they go, look, I don't have it, so, you know, I can't do it right now. I can still call Terry, and, you know, I'll try to do a payment program with him. I'll try to do as much as I can because I'm appreciative. I like the fact that you've done the research. I like the fact that you call me, so I'm not going to let you just walk away and go to someone else. I'm going to do everything I can.
Okay.
To get you in my program because I like you. You know, we have expectations. You've got expectations of what you want. I got expectations of what I want and who I'm looking for. And when we don't agree, then that's when we got problems. So I've gone from just accepting anybody to doing an interview process like we're doing right now.
Okay.
So that we both are okay with the decision we're going to make. So I have one program. It's $700. That's for 1 year.
Okay.
And I train you Monday through Friday. Now, I don't train you every day because I give you assignments. And when you come back with the assignment, it's when we work together, Monday through Friday. Now, I get Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays off.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that's kind of like an introductory course. I call it the Volkswagen program. Okay. It'll get you there. Now I'm going to go to the next program, which is $2,995. That's the program Ryan went through. He came here to Sacramento, which you live here, but I do 3 days of training here in Sacramento, and I take you out into the field. I show you what I do. I get you involved. I'm going to try to get you some business while we're here. I'm going to try to, you know, get some sellers to talk to you over the phone, and we're going to do real estate. I'm going to drop you in, and we're going to do real estate. That way, when you get back to where you live, okay, you'll know how it's done. Then after that, we work together 7 days a week. I'm going to program your name in my phone, and when I see your phone number, I'm going to pick it up. Saturdays, Sundays, New Year's, Christmas, all the holidays, because I'm hoping that you're into a deal. And if I help you through that deal and you do really well, we're going to get back on the phone again, and you're going to tell me how excited you are to have done what you've done, how exciting the program is, so that other people can listen to you and they go, you know what, this guy Terry Bontemps is so legit. He's got other people talking about his program. He don't have to say anything. So this is why I'm committed to working with you on the level that I am. Because if I gave you my course and let you do it by yourself, you cannot, you just can't make it. You know, when you're going right and you don't know any better, you'll keep going right. But me as your coach, I go, wait a minute, Therese, you're going the wrong way. Go left. See, and I don't want you going on the internet and saying, well, Terry program, it doesn't work because it just doesn't work. Well, maybe it's you that didn't get it, but you blame me. So I got to eliminate that, and I put the responsibility totally on you. When you have my phone number and you can call me anytime, it's your job to call me. Good times, bad times, you know, when you're unsure, and we get on the phone, I go through mindset training, I go through real estate training, and I try to keep you on track. Now, the last program, which I'm going to go ahead and mention, but you're local, so it doesn't pertain to you, it's $4,995. And that's where I'll come to you. Let's say you're in New York. I'll fly to New York, do 3 days training with you in New York. When I get back, you got 7 days of training. So let me go through it again. The $700 program is the Volkswagen. Then there's the $2,995. I call that the Mercedes. And then the $49.95 is the Rolls Royce, but I do got one more. It's $25,000. That's for somebody that's got some bucks, but they're just scared. They need me to hold their hand all the way through a real deal so that, they're comfortable. And I call that my G5. It ain't an automobile, but I just named it a G5. All my programs are great. Not one is better than the other. Basically what it comes down to, Therese, is what's in your wallet and what do you want to drive? Now, the higher price programs are somebody that's like, okay, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get on it and I'm going to stay on it and I'm going to go just as fast as I can. That's okay. I don't have any problem with it. You can call me anytime, Saturdays, Sundays. You want to talk to me, I'll talk to you, as long as it's about real estate. We can talk about other things, but, I'm not going to sit there and talk about the weather with you over the phone. Like, come on, Therese, now my time is more valuable. You want to talk real estate? I'll talk real estate all day, all night. You can't go faster and you can't go longer than me because I got so much passion and love for this because it turned my life around.
Yeah.
It made my life, boy, I tell you what, it just made things so nice because I had some money to work with. So those are the programs. And basically, which one fits you, which one fits your budget, we can talk about it. I might stop the recording just depending on where we're going, but if you can, tell me which one works for you, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's definitely the Volkswagen because
that's what the budget
and I would
says.
have to put some money aside actually to even get that going because that's where I'm starting at.
Well, that's okay, no problem. We can talk about that. So what we'll do next, we'll talk about the program, and I'll go ahead and stop the recording now. But before I stop it, again, feel free to ask me any question. Feel free to, go deeper with questioning. I don't have to stop it now, but since we're going to talk about money, then that's when I'll stop it. So you got any more questions? You want to go deeper or anything?
Yeah. So did you say you're not doing deals now yourself, or you?
Well, here's the thing. My investing philosophy is I'm only going to do with what I know. See, I'm an expert at buying notes. I'm an expert at foreclosures.
Okay.
If I'm going to do that deal, it has to be guaranteed that I'm going to be successful.
Okay.
If there's any risk at all, I'm not doing it. And I say that reason why is because I'm a landlord right now. I have no debt on my automobiles. I have no debt on my real estate. I own all my real estate free and clear.
Okay.
So I have cash flow per month that when I go to bed at night, I'm sleeping good.
Great.
There's
Congratulations.
Well, that was because of my uncle who taught me real estate. His words were, save your money, buy a house, pay that house off. And when I got into that mode of, hey, I wanted to refinance it, he really chewed me out. And I watched him build his empire. He was the same way, no debt, owned everything free and clear.
Okay.
So do I need money? Not really.
Okay, gotcha.
And then my coaching program brings me in some income. So that's spending money. That's some extra change.
Okay.
And so now I'm more of a builder of an empire instead of just focusing on one thing. So for example, if you had enough money, and everybody has a different amount, I'm not even going to ask you the amount, but if you had enough money, would you keep chasing real estate deals, or would you go toward the healing or that dream that you told me about earlier where you wanted to be in anywhere in the world and still been able to operate your business?
Yeah. The real estate is just the
tool. The
real
vehicle.
estate is the tool. Yeah, for me, it's definitely about the healing and I see myself traveling.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
And teaching as well.
Exactly. See, so I've used the vehicle and I've taken it about as far as I need to go.
Okay.
And now it's like, you know what? Let's smell the roses.
Yes.
We just came back from the rib cook-off over the weekend. I got the photo shoot tomorrow. I'm going out on a supposedly yacht on the 21st. I'm doing those things that I couldn't have done before, and I'm trying to enjoy those things now. Trying to have a balanced life.
Yeah, I hear you.
See, but that's a mature conversation. Now, a young person, they're probably like, man, you are nuts. You need to be a gazillionaire, and you need to be doing deal after deal after deal after deal after deal after deal after deal. And it's like, well, okay, what are you going to do with all that money,
Yes, exactly. You got to live and enjoy life.
My uncle taught me, he said, look at these athletes. Athletes go out there and they make tons of money, but they end up broke.
Yes, yes.
And he says, don't be like that. Take care of your money, invest your money, save your money. Don't blow it in a certain extent. But, there's the management of the money also. You can make the money, but there's the management that's important.
Right.
Right?
Yep, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I believe in balance. I tell people there's, different sides of us. There's 4 sides. There's a mental, spiritual, financial, and mental, physical, spiritual, and the financial.
Yes.
And they got to balance. They got to balance.
Absolutely.
You can't be too mental and not financial. You can't be too high spiritually. And, so I'm balanced, I believe.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So one more question I think of is, so what I have learned thus far with real estate investing and knowing where I'm at financially, I believe that the way for me to start is through wholesaling. And so I wanted to.
I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
You know why? And I know, let me tell you, I know why you're saying wholesaling. And most people, I'm going to say most people, this ain't any of you, so you don't have to say anything. Most people come in with very little money and maybe shot credit, and they've heard from all these guys like the Than Merrills and the fortune builders, hey, wholesaling.
Yeah.
But what they failed to tell you was you control the deal. You find it, but you flip it to a guy like me. You get a fee for $5,000. I go up and fix the deal, get it sold, just like they do on HGTV, but I make $30,000.
Right.
Okay? So you're actually working like almost at a job. So you're working for $5, making the man, me, rich by giving me the 30. But here's the thing. No one ever taught you, and this is what I'm going to teach you. You found the deal. What we need to do is go find you money or a partner that will fund the deal, and you make more. So, for example, there's a lender that'll let you loan money called a hard money lender. They'll let you borrow the money. You got to pay them, some fees, which is okay. But if you took this same deal, and I'm using my system now, you don't know about this, I'm teaching my system. Instead of flipping it to me for $5,000, if you would go to the hard money lender and everything worked out the way we're planning this, you would make $24,000. But you would pay that lender somewhere in the neighborhood of $11,000 to loan you the money. So let me ask you a question, Therese. I know you're sharp and bright and smart. If there's a house, you found it, and from my teachings, my guidance, my help, I said, Therese, here's the way to look at it. You can make $5,000 as a wholesaler because that's the only thing you know right now. But because I've been doing this for so long, 38 years plus, here's a way that if you can borrow the money from a lender that cares nothing about your credit, they'll loan you the money. You're going to have to pay them $11,000, but you'll make $24,000. Which choice would you go for? Just based on the numbers.
Yeah, that's 5,000 versus 13,000.
No, 5,000 versus 24,000.
Oh, 24,000?
24,000 is your check you would get.
Oh, but you're paying 11,000 though. So
to the lender. Yep.
Right.
So my question to you is, you've done all the work, but Terry's teaching you how to build wealth so that you can get to that spot that you want to be smarter and quicker. So my question to you, would you take the 5,000 or would you take 24,000?
Yeah, I would take the 24,000.
Now, there's a lot to still be considered, but now I've given you a choice. Well, nobody ever taught you that before. Let me go one step further. How about if you find someone like me that's been in the real estate a long time, and you say, hey, Terry, I got a great deal. The profits on this deal, we're going to split them 50-50, but I need you to put up the money, Terry. Since Terry has money, access to capital, Terry, fund the deal. We'll split 50-50. Now, the total profits coming out of this deal is $35,000. Total. So, 50-50. How much do you get, Therese?
$17,500.
And then how much do I get for being your partner?
$17,500.
Very good. You didn't know all the details of the numbers, but what that would do is produce a 15% return for me.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to teach you numbers.
Mm-hmm.
15%, most people, if they have money, do you have a 401k by chance?
No.
Okay. Most people, they have their money that's sitting in the bank and it's getting 2, 3, 4%.
Right.
If you can offer them 15%, which is better than what they're getting on their 401k, and you show them that you know what you're doing and they trust you, they like you, they may say, hey, Therese, we'll do this deal. We'll split it 50-50 with you.
Yes.
So now Terry's giving you more options from his 38 years of experience. I know you want to flip it for 5 because that's the only thing you know. But Therese, there's other options. How about, how many ways did I tell you I can teach you to make money on one house?
11.
That's exactly right. I'm doing 3 right now. Wholesale it, or if you get someone to get the funding to you, you'd make how much? They'd make 11. How much would you make?
I'd make 13.
No, it was 24. 24.
Well, 24, but if I'm paying them 11 minus the 11 would be 13.
No. The total,
no, you don't minus
the total profit on this house is 35 grand.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
11, and I didn't explain this to you. I'm just doing it. This is how I teach.
Mm-hmm.
So the lender's getting 11, and you're getting 24.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, if I bring all the money to the table, okay, we're going to split the deal 50-50. There's $35,000 profit. How much comes to me? How much goes to you?
$17,500.
That's a piece. And my return is going to be 15%. Now, what I got to teach you is 3 things. I'm going to teach you numbers. I just gave you a soft example of how I look at houses and how I run numbers. The second thing I'm going to teach you is how to sell.
Okay.
The numbers sell. I got a great deal. It's going to produce $35,000 of profit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gotcha.
I can split it 50-50, or if you give me the money, you can have $11,000. Okay?
Yes.
So that's the numbers. That's what sells. That's what gets me interested. And the other piece, the way you found about me, I love marketing.
Yes.
I love marketing. That's why I'm on Roku. That's why I'm on Meetup. That's why I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, because I'm looking to get your attention. Hey, wait a minute. There's real estate. And just like you said earlier, you looked at me and something hit you and made you stop and say, okay, this is the guy. Let me take a look at him. That's on purpose. And that's called marketing. So you're going to have to become really good at marketing.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you the numbers, and the numbers do the selling. Numbers, marketing, and selling. That's what I'm going to give you when you join my program.
Okay. Yeah,
How's that?
Sounds great.
How's that?
It sounds great, Terry.
Okay,
great.
so what I'm going to do now, do you have another question?
I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
I think we're solid.
We're good. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording. I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you. Do you have any words you want to leave? And let me do this with you. And I may miss it, but I'm going to try to kind of sum things up. We were young, and when we're young, we don't look at when we get older financially. The days go by, the good times, the friends, the family. But then we look up at a certain age and it's like almost kind of scary, especially when we look at our financial situation. Now, some people are okay. They invested, they saved, and so their picture is not as, not as bad. Is there a story like that with you by chance? Could you, talk to maybe the audience, females, males, whoever it may be,
Yes.
your story and how you come to say, you know what, I need to do real estate. Now, the reason you need to do real estate is because, are you looking for retirement income?
I'm looking for income, for stability. Because at this point I'm not stable. And the changing to the 50 is what clicked for me. Like, okay, Therese, look at where you're at. You're 50 years old. You don't have a partner. You're doing everything on your own, and you got to get it together. Because what if the partner never comes? And I don't ever want to be rescued anyways. I want to have an equal partner. So I need to get myself up there. and draw the type of partner that I'm wanting. I have to be that partner as well.
Now, are you financially at a spot where you're going to, do you have a retirement coming?
No.
So there's no pension?
I have no retirement. I have less than $100 in the savings. I'm coming from the bottom.
Do you own your own house?
I just filed bankruptcy, honestly.
Okay.
No, I don't own my own house. I'm renting, and
is the landlord jacking your rent up?
No, the landlord, I am blessed.
Okay,
I'm
good.
blessed in the landlord, and we love each other. I help do elderly care for her mother, and watch her dog when they're out of town. And it's a great situation. It's like a mother-in-law type thing.
That's good.
So they're here, I'm here. I feel safe where I'm at, and we both feel blessed. And I've been here for 6 years now. So, but I did the numbers on that, and I'm like, dang, look at how much.
Yeah, let me throw this at you, and I do this all the time, and it ain't meant directly at you, but I tell people, they go, you know what, I should, I don't want to buy a house, I want to keep renting, and I go, the thing of it is, would you ever pay 100% interest on anything in life?
Right.
And they go, no. I said, well, that's what you're doing when you rent. 100% of everything you pay is never coming back. So I would at least, again, I'm a risk reward type of guy. I at least would want to try to buy a house just so one day I could own it, or one day I don't have to worry about the landlord says, well, guess what? We got a rent increase coming. And it just puts you over the edge because the money is so tight. So we're just talking about a future planning, future goals, future things that we don't look at when we're younger. So anyone out there that's, young right now, I'm telling you, you really need to look at your future financially of where you want to be at 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yes.
And make a plan because it goes so fast. And tell you the truth, I don't know about you, but I don't want to go to a job at 60 because I'm of the finances. I don't. Yes. I don't have the energy. I don't have the mental makeup. I just don't have it. So I wanted to be in control of my future, and that's why I did real estate. I said, you know what? If I'm going to bet on anybody, I'm betting on myself.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't work for someone again. I've been working for myself for too long.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, too, it's so difficult for me now because, again, I've been an entrepreneur for so long, but I just wanted to be in control of my own life, do things the way I want to do them, and not have someone dictate to me that it didn't fit me. So there's been a lot of ups and downs in real estate. So don't let me make it seem like it's all a simple road. Once you start doing real estate, everything's all simple. No, there's been some times and some days I've lost a lot of sleep. So that's why I think we'll make a good match also, because there's going to be days for you. Hey, Terry, you know what? Doesn't seem like it's working. I said, let me tell you, I almost quit real estate 2 or 3 times. Glad I didn't, because I looked up one day and all of a sudden I was doing really well. I wanted it to happen sooner, but it didn't. It came later. That's the way it is. You got to put 5-10 years in. I don't know when you're going to be successful, but it's worth the journey.
Absolutely.
So, Therese, I'm going to stop this recording. Thank you for the wonderful interview. And you may end up helping somebody unconsciously. You may be helping somebody that's young, or you're looking at someone that's older. I have another lady that I interviewed. She came and see me for 3 days, and she says, hey, look, I'm not in a position that I need to be. So, there may be someone else out there that's not in a position, and they're kind of hard on themselves, but they may hear our interview and go, you know what? I'm glad I listened to these guys because I thought it was only me. Sometimes you think it's only you that's in the position you don't want to be in.
Yes, that's true.
But there's
others. Can be hard on ourselves.
Therese, thank you kindly. I appreciate it. I'm going to stop the recording, but you stay on the line, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.